All right, let's talk about something that, most of us tend to put off thinking about life insurance. I know, it sounds kind of heavy, but it's actually one of the most powerful tools you can have to create a real financial safety net for the people you care about most. So let's break it down and make it simple. To really get to the heart of why life insurance even exists, we have to start with a serious question. It's really the ultimate what if that sits at the foundation of all financial planning. Just take a moment and really let that sink in. If you were suddenly gone, what would happen? Could they afford to stay in your home? Would your kids' college plans still be on track? This is the core problem, the one big question that life insurance was literally invented to solve. Okay, I know that what if is a lot to think about, but the good news is there's a very practical solution. So let's talk about how life insurance actually works to build that safety net we've been talking about. So, what is it really? When you strip everything else away, life insurance is simply a contract. You agree to pay a certain amount, your premiums, and in exchange, the insurance company makes a promise to pay a lump sum of money to your family if you pass away. That's it. It's a plan to make sure financial support is there right when they need it most. And I love this way of putting it because contract sounds so formal and, cold. But what you're really doing is making a promise. It's a promise that says, hey, even if I'm not here, your future is secure. It ensures their dreams don't have to stop. So you get the why. The very next question that almost everyone asks is, okay, that makes sense, but how much do I actually need? This is where people get overwhelmed, but I promise it's not as scary as it sounds. Instead of just guessing, there's a really straightforward way to get a great estimate. It's a simple little acronym called the DIME plus method, and it's a fantastic place to start. So here's how it works. D is for debts. You'd want enough to pay off all the credit cards, the car loans, all that stuff. I is for income. Think about how many years of your salary your family would need to stay on their feet. M is for mortgage. For most of us, that's the biggest debt we have. E is for education, for your kids' college or maybe trade school. And that little plus sign? That's for everything else. Final expenses, medical bills, you get the idea. Add all that up, and you've got a really solid target. Okay, once you have that number in their head, the next big decision is which type of policy to get. And really, it boils down to two main paths, and they're built for very different needs. First up, you've got term insurance. Think of this like renting protection. It covers you for a specific period of time, say 20 or 30 years, while the kids are young and the mortgage is high. It's straightforward and usually the most affordable option. On the other side, you have permanent insurance. This is more like buying protection. It covers you for your entire life, and it can even build up a cash value over time that you can use. So you're choosing between temporary coverage for specific needs or lifelong coverage that has more features. Now, here's the thing most people don't realize. They think life insurance only pays out when you're gone. But that's not the whole story anymore. Modern policies have some really amazing benefits you can actually use while you're still alive. Check this out. First, you have something called living benefits. This is huge. If you get diagnosed with a major illness, some policies will let you access part of the money ahead of time to help pay for treatment or other expenses. And second, the money your family receives, it's almost always completely tax-free. That means they get to keep every last dollar. And that right there is a total game changer. It means life insurance isn't just about dying anymore. It's about living. It's about having a financial cushion that can protect your family from the toughest curveballs life can throw at you. Because ultimately, while you're planning for the future, the biggest benefit is the one you feel right now, today. It's that feeling, that peace of mind that comes from knowing you've taken care of things. Knowing that no matter what happens, the people you love will be okay. So, all this brings us back to one final really important question. Not for me, but for you. Now that you know what it is and how it works, what does that promise to the future look like for your family? What's the right safety net for them?